ass like this? Like this?
Hello, Dinashawn and Raid and crew. We're live now because, Raid.
Yay!
So, it also made me realize I forgot to turn off my flux, which is good for my eyeballs, but makes Long complain every time he looks at the screen.
I mean, I think Long just always complains when he looks at his screen.
That's true.
I think Long just complains, but
That's also
Steak
true.
would be the one that would be able to tell us that.
Hey, Kratos,
70-30.
how are you doing?
Solid
Hello, party
70-30.
friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like this new Discord camera crap.
New
This
Discord
new-
camera crap?
What?
It's like
Nutty.
weirdly spaced on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is odd.
What if you pop it out? Does that change it for you?
Oh, if I hide chat, it changes it, sorta, kinda.
Yeah.
Quarter. Pop out.
I don't know that there's much we can do with that now.
Pop out does not do anything.
It's not so we can rearrange it, so that's sad.
It could be worse. I could have my camera off.
That is seriously bright and yellow. Thanks for that.
It's a bright and yellow.
Did I not do the I didn't do the update. It's fine.
Mine just updated when I started this crap. So I did not have an option.
So, Kath,
Yes.
I wore a shirt just for you today.
Oh no, I did the update.
I
You seem to be-
was
no,
hoping
I
you'd
did the
wear a
update.
shirt every day.
No. This specific shirt is just for you. Because the way that you keep you and Shaggy all the time and his shadowy magic. I want you to see this.
Do you believe in shadow
Dude,
magic?
you'll realize that Keeper hasn't done that in game for what,
I'm not a villain.
months now?
I think Ross and C has the same shirt.
You should just always wear that shirt around Keeper just in
I
case.
had this made years ago for a completely different reason. But I was like looking at it this morning in my drawer going, perfect.
What reason was that?
I was playing a villain in a Renaissance fair, and I was pointing out flaws in the script in a way that made it seem like he was the hero. And when management gave me shit about it, I pointed out that every villain believes themselves to be the hero of their own story. So
You're not
leave me the
wrong.
fuck alone.
Okay, we're almost at our computers. Sorry.
worries.
It's fine. No one's throwing pitchforks or crap or anything like that.
I didn't know
So-
pitchforks were throwable.
I mean, anything's throwable if you throw hard enough.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
it's
true.
You
it's
just
a,
said that close enough to the fucking microphone to pick it up.
I don't care. It's for a kake.
it's a 3-pronged spear. It should be chuckable. Chuck.
Triton.
If you can use a scythe as a weapon, you can throw a pitchfork like a spear.
Exactly.
Farm equipment is dangerous, is the takeaway from here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is
I
though.
We should ban all farming.
That would include
Quiet,
banning
Canadian.
all eating. Almost.
Yeah. Fuck eating too.
We'd solve obesity and world hunger in one go.
And overpopulation.
And overpopulation.
And it would be all the
All the
poor, so you'd be
problems.
stuck with all the rich people like Shit Cheeto.
They don't know how to acquire food unless it's based on farming. I mean, I'm not sure it's possible to really acquire much food without farming.
Don't you think though that
Hunting?
Cannibalism.
would go,
Well,
like
I like
if
that you
you
turn
did
to
ban
cannibalism.
farming, it would go underground,
I
become more of a
mean-
grassroots movement, don't you think?
The beatniks are making the beats.
okay, sure. Back on topic.
Was a
Welcome
topic?
to Tomb of Annihilation. Yes, there is a reason that we have gathered our lovely selves together. Thank you for coming, people. We are going to.
Okay. Show me.
Oh,
Sorry.
There was just chaotic dice there.
Got it.
is the back of the shirt still have the? Yeah. Calf.
Just written that way. I appreciate that shirt.
It was the best $35 I spent in the mall.
Needs better writing.
Okay, so alright. In our current arc, right, we have entered the lost city of Omu, found it to be overgrown and infested with snake people, and also at a certain point some crimson clothed wizardy types, and eventually you all made your way through several different shrines to former gods of Omu, and came out the other side with cubes of as yet unknown purpose, and
Just like me.
So if we can
you've
give it a lot-
entered the Fane of the Night Serpent, which is a creepy snake guy temple, wherein
So
you
the question
have
is,
found
if we came up with a lot of
the
cubes,
guy who.
does that mean we know how to breed
Well,
cubes?
I don't
So
know.
is
You all tell
cube
me
like a
what you think
tribble
of the
now?
guy that you have met here,
I feel
as
like he's a
well
tribble
as
now.
any of the other people who stand out as of note to you. Words are hard.
I
They
think
are.
we all view them as shifty murder monkeys.
I mean, okay.
I bought
Mm.
drugs.
I like the big snake.
Yeah, the big snake's chill.
Do I
It's-
trust?
I thought the big snake was dead.
No.
No, the big snake that sold me drugs.
Yeah, the
May not have
fucking.
ever met him.
Yeah. Only 2 people have met this big snake, but they have drugs, so
I mean,
Uh,
everyone has been exposed to the drugs.
I
Yeah.
haven't actually.
Oh,
I was not in the room.
Yeah. Good point.
Oopsie.
Do not trust, but will play along with for now.
okay. What happened to your ranger?
He decided to stare a basilisk in the face.
He saw Basilisk Puppy and was like, ooh!
They finally
Mhm.
got their statue pose down to try to get a bird friend.
He was one of the few people that didn't take the drugs that got stoned.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's a
Um,
thing.
You're muted, Pimps.
He knows now.
Warden has his own supply.
That's on brand.
God
Um,
damn it, Grandpa, holding out on me.
These are mushrooms.
You just go through his stuff. Like, that's what you do with Grandpa.
I mean, all of his stuff is also stone, I believe, at the moment, so could be easier said than done.
What did Finkelknob had an ingenious idea last week when you were presented with your ranger is suddenly stoned in our second to most recent session. What was that?
Okay, so basilisk bile is one of the cures for being petrified. And I didn't want to have to kill a basilisk, so I made it do a puke with mayonnaise.
All over the
Yep.
place.
There's been a
It was
running
great.
joke. There has been a joke since we got the alchemy jug that will 2 gallons of mayonnaise solve this problem?
And finally,
It
does.
actually did.
Ugh.
That's a lot of eggs, man.
It's a lot of just 2 gallons of anything is a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just lay off eggs for the rest of my life now. There's too many things in life right now that is just eggs. Too many eggies in a basket.
Oh, yeah, the Animal Crossing bunny day horror that is the eggs.
We came here to not talk about the eggs, though.
Hmm.
Did we?
Yeah,
I
we
did.
did.
I did, because I'm sick of seeing eggs. I just want a freaking fish, man.
So you all spread the basilisk vomit on Warden,
Mhm.
And he blinked, and I mean he's still made of stone, but he seems to, at the very least, be able to track you with his eyes now.
That's something.
And he's starting to be a bit less stuck. So I can't remember, Steak.
Mhm.
Are you still just chilling with
And-
Ozymas?
Yes.
Uh,
I am actively avoiding going into the slave quarters if I can.
okay. Out of character question from why?
Reasons? I know
Uh-huh.
that's vague.
DM
but
is
it's very vague.
asking.
Okay,
Whisper the DM or something if you don't want
They
us to know.
don't want to. Yeah, I'll just message you on Discord. So
All right,
just continue. I'll
that's fine.
poke.
Yep.
Okay, so small lizard did it disappear.
Small
big disappear.
small lizard has done a not show up.
Hey, Commander
small lizard's
Saber,
been
how are
kidnapped
you
and
doing? I
prepared
haven't
for
seen you
war.
in a while. What you been up to? Oh, did you get
Yeah,
online
sure.
and see the new Elite Dangerous
Yeah.
Okay, have a poke.
ships?
Okay,
You have
I
anybody that
has one of
I
those?
noticed the poke. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So. Warden, you've been able to hear
Thanks for the
what's
host,
going
Cube.
on for some time now, but have just recently become able to see, and your skin does not feel quite right. It feels you're stiff everywhere, and the sensations in your skin are all rough. Everything feels like you've been sanded with sandpaper everywhere. And as you look down at yourself, you are covered in a greenish blue muck. What do you think of this?
I've only seen
Been here before.
the ship
Alright,
like
that's fair.
go into warp, and that looks amazing.
I think where we left off was one emotional keeper becoming slightly
you
less
did
high
make a
than
flamethrower.
before,
That sounds pretty
and
rad. It also sounds like it could
Finkel
backfire
Knob
real
attempting
well.
to
Like
why are there
set
two
your own
wardens?
robes on fire.
Because I'm blind.
Okay.
Actually, we had our whole thing with Ross's knee after in between me getting high and
Yeah.
everything.
And
Okay.
there was an allude to a conversation about talking about the sword and the visions and the stuff with the small lizard and the.
I do remember. I
former-
had remembered the order of things happening incorrectly.
Okay.
I do
All good.
remember that you. Thank you for fixing me up on that. But so you all had since while you were leaving Warden to
There
thaw
we are.
out.
We're down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an accurate way of putting it.
You went and talked to Rosnasi. It
Yep.
was Keeper and Shaggy and who else?
Finkel Knob, I think, and me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bag of Nails and Yordle stayed behind with.
So is this going to be like a one-shot for you guys, or are you guys going to
Warden.
actually like
Yeah.
do a-
Yeah, thawing Warden. Okay.
long-time campaign?
Remember the last line that
that sounds really
we
cool.
said for the night was
My luck is I would
was
keep
Keeper
rolling ones and
saying
like setting my
to
ass on fire.
Raj that Warden would be proud of her.
I do remember that.
I see that face.
You'll get feels and like it.
All the feels.
That's bad phrasing, but you know what I mean.
Ooh, ooh.
Buddy.
Your Araj talking to Rosnasi about visions. I remember this. However, refresh that for us.
Well, I brought up the sword. I brought up the Acerak. I
Mhm.
brought up the giant malformed thing and attempted to draw it very poorly because I wanted to keep in that one because that was hilarious.
Yes, the weird gray fetus blob.
Yes,
The oozy.
which I would like
oozy
to attempt to
oil.
redraw now that I am in a less stressful situation, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
That was the main thing. there was mention of Savras, and let's see. That's everything I remember talking to him about.
Okay. You were surprised that
'Cause-
he seemed to have respect for Savras.
Yeah, because that, necromancer snake person's like, oh yeah, no, I like your god. He's cool. I'm like, Lizard.exe has stopped working.
Reformed necromancer, as he is keen to say.
Suggest.
Remind.
Former,
Imply.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that kind of caught you off. That catches the lizard that's really bad at being a paladin off guard.
So, right. Everyone, and I remember everyone being like, wait, visions? Sword? Giant
La what?
Yeah,
gray fetus?
No one knew any of this.
Does anybody want to follow up on that, or we just letting small lizard do a
No,
disappear?
we're as we're walking and I see Oraj try to slip away, I will be yanking at that back collar and going, you
Oh, yo,
need
what
to
up?
you
Be
need to
going beep, beep.
talk with everyone before before you go meet your friend again. Because you have not mentioned one word of this.
There's a lot I haven't mentioned. I haven't wanted to mention. Okay, just
Why?
sorry,
do you
Sorry,
not-
you
Just
can't go
admit
out to play
hiding
today.
all of the secrets? Okay.
yes, pretty much. But that's
Why do you hide? You know we are here for
there's
help.
a lot of that vision. I've been trying to forget. It's not been going well. Yeah,
I
Have you tried
know.
drinking?
Oh no.
Out of character question: is 21 a drinking age thing in D&D?
No.
Okay. No.
Yeah, no. You're a kobold. Who the hell's gonna be like, I'm sorry, you're not old enough, you can't drink this?
No, they're gonna be like, no, you're a kobold. I'm not selling anything to you.
Yeah. They're
Just
just
steal it.
straight up racist. Speciesist? Yeah, whatever.
Porque no los dos.
Yeah.
Anyway.
take it. But yeah,
Is the lizard still under the influence of the smoke?
I wasn't in the room with the smoke. I never was.
The only ones that got
that's
hit
right.
real bad were me and
Thought you were there.
Yordle.
Maybe the lizard
I
should
mean-
try drugs. That might help.
Dementia Cat doesn't need drugs to forget things. Poor Dementia Cat.
But yeah, no, there's just most of the vision I've been trying to forget. It's not been going well. No.
If this vision is something that would be coming true, it would be best shared with
Yeah.
those who were present in your sight.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Just...
No?
Stuff happened.
No?
Listen, it. Okay.
Orage.
Yeah, this is the time to talk, I guess, huh?
Yes. Otherwise, I have Zone of Truth.
I also have Zone of Truth, but that's not.
They don't cancel
Combating
each
of the
other
zone of
out.
truth.
They don't. Okay. This is gonna get rambly very quickly. Okay.
By this point, I'm going
Lords,
with
he
the
was
assumption
born a
that
rambling
Small Lizard
kobold.
has been dragged back into the room with everyone else.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Sounds
the name
legit.
Pan!
dog. Oh. Okay. Well, you know what? They were in conversation. They're probably distracted enough. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna get super.
It can also be
rambly,
super bad and
super
set
quickly.
your ass on fire.
I'm a Furbolg.
Okay. Remember, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, when we met that fairy dragon? Remember, like all the way back then? Okay.
Yes.
So
She
that
was
fairy
nice.
dragon, she was nice. She poofed me to a pocket dimension because. Okay, apparently, that fairy dragon knew one of the gods that knows Savras, and kind of doesn't want me here. And she was putting me somewhere so he didn't see that I was here. And yeah, that's a
And
lot when you say it out loud, actually.
And
Wait, so your god said don't be here and you came here anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that can't possibly go wrong.
I mean, Okay, so
That tracks.
fast forward, say, a week and a half. I don't know how long I was in said pocket dimension. I'm not sure. I get to the place with the snake person that can see the future, which gives me a chance to hope that I'm on kind of the right track, which I kind of think I am, maybe. So that conversation went well. Then I met the person in the heart of Ooptel and talked to them and found out the stuff that they said. And then and then you were there the night that I tried to actually be like, hey, so I can do good here still. Don't get mad at me. And, well,
I do remember
yeah.
there was lots of vomit.
Well, when you tell the God of Truth, show me why you don't want me here.
Oh yeah, I remember this. He
yeah.
vomited all over, or his character
You
vomited
had
all over.
multiple visions.
He showed me everyone in this group
Our
dying 200 times
barbarian's
over.
butt crack, because our barbarian
But-
was mooning him at the
Yeah.
time.
200.
I think there was more. That's all I caught. And, I also focus more on me dying here because I'm not supposed to make it to the end of this. But,
Well,
wow, I'm really bad at what I do.
Is that in character?
Yes! Like, they literally just sit there like, I'm
Keeper
a
will
terrible paladin.
Keeper will scoop down and, if willing, pick Oraj up and into a hug.
Yeah, no real resistance. But, So,
Resistance is futile.
that frog thing we fought that I froze up on, that was the first one that he showed me dying at. And
But
now,
you didn't.
now that I think about it, there was one dying to a bunch of snake people, and I probably should not be nearly as chill as I am here, but the only thing that was consistent in the end that I remember, I think, was there was 3 or 4 of this group with some people I'd never seen before, with a glowing sword in the end. That is the only thing that was consistent between them all.
Okay.
Bad screen. Stop.
So that is what I'm trying to get.
And that sword is the one Ross's knee has.
I think, unless there's another magic sword somewhere in this jungle that fits the description.
My question
which,
is why do we keep
I
giving
mean,
it to
it's
Ross's
possible,
knee? What does
but,
his knee need with a sword? Is it like the kneecap
magic? And
from
yeah,
Fairly Odd Parents?
I kind of. It's kind of a weird situation when you sit back and think about it, because like I literally have always fought for people to be able to have a say in their own destiny, and I've been running from one that I didn't have a say in. It's kind of ironic. And
On par?
is this Hind or Foresight?
Hindsight.
I think it's also in Foresight, but yeah.
It's all kinds of sight for you right now.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of days. And that's completely ignoring. And then they realize they're in the room, like, let's ignore other things.
Like Warden.
that hasn't helped.
Calf, are you soothing the dog or Yeet?
Yes.
Yeet.
Okay.
I like. Yeah.
They're pretty much the same.
I mean, they really are.
I mean,
Except both of them are watching you and not me. Anyway,
But yeah, that hasn't helped.
we are still here though. And we will make sure, I will, sure as the Nine Hells, make sure that none of you go before it's your time.
Well,
Hmm.
that helps, I guess. It's
I mean,
I'm
we try to make sure
not,
everyone's to us.
I'm not very good at inspiring words.
and seeing everyone you
Jesus
know
Christ,
die a
Jules.
couple hundred times over, it's not very healthy. I don't think. I've been a mess, and that was before this place started sending me different visions of a Sararak and whatever the heck's been going on here, which I feel like they're not related, but kind of are. I don't know anymore.
You're not wrong, Jills, but holy fuck my heart.
I don't think I ever knew. Actually, in hindsight, foresight,
It's,
whatever this is,
it's okay.
Quarter sight.
It's okay. We will figure things out all together.
Unless we don't.
When you
Aren't you
were
the
shown,
charismatic one of the group?
I mean, you can still be
Charismatic doesn't mean
charismatic.
optimistic.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Peggy's been through some shit.
All right. Anyway, sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
when you were shown these visions of other people, did you happen to see another person like me? His name is Thunder.
Thundercats. Thundercats.
Can I roll something for
Oh.
this?
Sure, make a history check.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's a 2-1.
So a 1.
Yeah, but not a natural one. So maybe.
you can't remember
Yeah.
much of you, like faces and forms of people in your memory of this thing. Every time you think about it, kind of shift.
Yeah, I remember the group I'm with, and that's about it.
Have you seen Tabaxi in that group? Yeah, you think so. But which Tabaxi you couldn't see?
Yeah. I don't know. There was a lot of faces I didn't recognize.
Oh, you
And
cat people look alike. Is that what
not
your brain's
that.
doing?
It's
Okay.
just, you know. It
He's never met Thunder.
I maybe had like a quarter of a second on each alternate vision and branch of reality. There's a lot to process there, and I'm not the smartest one here.
We know.
I am.
That's really sad. That's not in character, but yeah, you know, just yeah. Okay, am I forgetting anything?
I mean, I think that's a pretty good
Yeah,
summary.
I'm quickly double checking my actual like proper notes to see. Let's see.
All kinds of proper notes, which when you were telling the story to the group, didn't really mention that the nice lady you met was a lich.
We figured that out already.
Later,
We covered that.
They figured that out.
They figured that.
When we were there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
When
Lich collaborator. And terrible
she's
paladin.
a super nice lich though.
We knew it. This is zombie gorilla spiders.
Nice lady.
Zombie gorilla spiders. That was
Zombie-
a thing.
Gorilla spiders.
Yeah, that was a thing just because Steak couldn't get the parts right. So thanks, Steak. You created a new
No, I
monster.
think it actually
Well-
was like a 6-armed zombie that looks like a gorilla.
Gorilla zombies, yes. Spiders, yes. Zombie gorilla spiders?
Oh, were they not combined? Well, they are now.
Huh? Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake mentions zombie gorilla spiders. Jills goes, "What a great idea!" Scribble, 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 scribble.
Anyway.
I think that's everything vision related. You know, I've been trying to forget a good chunk of it, so I'm doing a terrible job of that.
Well,
Sounds like you're doing a great job.
I've yeah.
we could always find ways to help you sleep if that's when visions come.
That's when the Acererak nightmares have been coming, but that's just like a recent thing when we're in the city. I don't know.
Well, we're not leaving the exact
Yeah.
place of the city anytime real soon.
Yeah. Well, we might see. Oh, hey, speaking of which, how'd those incense work out for you?
It may work out better for your issues. It will make you forget a lot of things.
Hold on. Small. Okay. Okay. Maybe. Sorry, I was rolling an intelligence to see if Lizard knows what drugs are.
Rolling an intelligence to see if Lizard knows what drugs are. Okay, cool.
Are we
Cool.
hotboxing the lizard?
Maybe
Yeah.
later.
Let's do this.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Aw.
We gotta deal with,
Anyway, I'm gonna
deal with unresolved grandfather issues.
Yeah.
I'll just get more puke.
Hey, let me let me know when he wakes up. I'm gonna
He's
go.
awake.
I mean, it's like shampoo. You gotta let it settle in, and then.
Oraj, he's awake.
Yep, they're already walking towards the door, and they're
Oh,
Just hit him in the back of the head with a rock. Should get the point.
Stick, I'm so proud of you.
it's working.
Grandpa, do you want more puke? 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no. He doesn't have enough movement for that.
Yeah, he does.
Damn it.
Yeah, Grandpa slowly shakes his head.
He's saying yes horizontally.
Yep, that's the new way to do it now.
In some cultures, that's yes.
In gnome cultures, that's how you say yes twice.
It's only a yes for Chadinese, so no.
Sounds like yes to me. I'm supposed to do with this.
So, what was the line that Jill's put in chat?
This unconscious count is sleeping.
Huh?
What?
Jill's put a thing that Hobble apparently appreciated.
Oh, I just hit exclamation mark Skittles when Calf was.
And it was just
soothing the
suddenly
lizard.
very loud and very sudden, so I had a small heart attack. So
And
Yeah,
Skiffy.
just so the sound cue in Hobble's ears was gay. Super loud.
You never changed it to that Xander Mobius knockoff of gay.
no, not yet. I'm trying to find a different thing to do for that because I don't want them. They're too good to not use them both.
Got it. Excuse me. Or not. Oh, that new update is kind of weird. I'm just now on your stream. Sorry.
Fine.
Actually, Oraj would not have been able to go away.
Why?
I was still holding him.
They would have been active.
Don't worry, I got this. Just gotta trust me.
Yeah, and
Are we actually gonna roll grapples on this?
Grapple checks.
yeah,
I'm
we're
down.
We're
'Kay.
gonna fucking roll grapples on this.
All right.
Wait,
Y'all know what to do.
While,
Did you just jump?
while they're
Oh no.
Is it
tussling,
strength or athletics?
I'm looking through my book.
Athletics or acrobatics for Araj, athletics or strength for Keeper. Because of the size difference, I'm gonna say Keeper has advantage.
Cool. 20.
Athletics.
22.
What the holy shit?
17 plus 5 for athletics.
My god, you do actually have good
Damn.
rolls.
I also had a luck point on bank just in case.
That's the wrong button.
Apparently, Cube did not like the fact that you just slammed Calf. Good job.
Yeah.
He's like, blah.
No, it's just like, just like, okay, the conversation's done. I'm gonna leave this room now. Bye.
Barrage slips from your grasp and skitters quickly into the other room.
Oh, wait. Small
They're not
scared.
stopping. They're not stopping.
I saw the sword.
They, honestly, they probably have enough tunnel vision that doesn't snap them out of it.
You may want to follow
Okay.
him if you want.
You saw the sword?
I don't really care.
What sword?
He talked about a flaming or glowing sword. I've seen that before, wielded by a snake man. He was killing zombies or ghouls or something with it. Something undead. I was up in a tree. I wasn't getting involved.
I wasn't getting involved.
Prudent. But...
Oddly topical as well, but I'm not there.
Maybe he has turned a new leaf. And speaking of turning leaves,
There's a lot of snake men around here, right?
I'm a snake.
I've seen that, haven't I?
there is one that we have spoken to recently that has that blade. Did he have bandages around his face?
Waiting for GM.
Waiting
Let me
for
double
GM
check my
input.
book.
Search results say.
Your book is just Google.
It's not in my book.
You didn't
Yeah,
notice.
I mean, I don't remember any of this happening, but it's in my book, so it clearly did.
Is okay. I thank you for adding that little tidbit of information.
I try to help, but the small, scaly one doesn't seem to want any help from anyone right now.
The only
They
one,
will come back.
the only one that they would probably accept help from is the one that they don't want to look at now. And I
Nope.
look up towards Warden.
Now that I think of it, the last time that I thought someone would just come back, they didn't, and now I'm looking for him. Maybe I should go, do you think I should go talk to the one that went away?
Sure. Why not? Keeper's
Okay.
kind of preoccupied with slow-mo Gramps. They may also be sitting down and taking out the ink well.
I'm gonna
Taking
make
out a
my
stick.
way towards where I saw Barrage go.
They're just chilling, leaning up against the barrel, probably listening to a giant green tree python talk.
Yep, giant snake is totally talking, speaking common. If that's at all of concern.
Oh right, that's new
The
to
back of
you.
the house.
That's new to all of us. We didn't exactly
Chat.
see.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah. The two of us that left to go get Basilisk Puke saw it.
I'd probably even say as he's leaving, oh, he's gonna go talk to the big snake again.
I've seen some weird shit in Omu, so coming into the room, I'm going to look at Giant Python, look at the page in my book that has the snake that I drew, and just look back at him and say, "Nope, that's not it." And then show Araj, the vision that you had of the flaming sword, I have seen that before.
Hmm?
It was wielded by a large snake man, not this one, but another one, and I drew a picture of it. I was in a tree at the time, keeping my distance. And,
As you're explaining this, the giant snake, right, was over in the far corner, sort of leans forward, extends its body, and like the big snake from the Jungle Book, right? He like leans forward and goes, "Interesting," and like tries to look
sorry.
at your notebook.
How I feel like this would probably be rude. Bag of nails, Azimas. Azimas. Bag of nails.
Hello.
Totally didn't have to look up his name.
hello.
How interesting. Anyway, he's not trying to interrupt. He just wanted to see too, because
I want to say
he's very
something
social.
really bad.
Feels kind of rude to talk in
but,
front of him and
like,
not at least introduce.
That'd be terrible.
Ozzy, yes. Love it. I love it.
Not again.
And yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
The inkwell
Cube said it better than I
with
did.
Slow-Mo Grandpa, while that's going on,
Wait, was did you say
it was a question. Anyway,
Okay.
I am maybe going to take it out like I am going to write, but I start to pick up like a stick or something, dip it into the ink pen, inkwell, and look at the Furbolg in front of me. Well, I hope you get your movement back fast, or you might be getting some new drawings on you.
In the time since Yeet has left the room, Warden's hand has started to creep up towards his nose.
Do you want paint on your nose? Is that it? Or do I need to just go out and go burp? Boop.
He just blinks slowly.
It's like Simon Says, but with a sloth.
Okay, so before I forget, what's Araj's reaction to seeing the flaming longsword as if from above?
Well, yeah. At a guess, flaming longsword drawn what was probably a couple years ago by a cat with dementia that I only saw in a vision for a brief moment that I have not had above a 5 to remember. I don't know, is it it? I haven't rolled above a 5. It's a sword, it glows. I mean, if it's the criteria.
Have you seen a lot of snake men?
Kinda. They had like their own little section of killing us. Not great.
Roll
If it's anything intelligence based, it's a negative.
yeah.
So
Roll an intelligence save.
that's at least a +0. I got a 16.
Okay. As you look at this drawing, something clicks in your head, and like it's very cinematic in your brain, right? You're looking at this top down, and you're like your memory shifts to a still from a vision you had of someone. It's kind of fuzzy, but you can see the spinning longsword in motion in your head with flames coming off of it.
So what is it?
You're pretty sure. Yeah, like so it feels right in your head as you look at it.
That's it. What are the odds of this character looking like what we saw of Rosnacy, or is it just kind of or is it like
it looks like a much healthier Rosnacy.
Okay. Sorry, appreciating the moment of me actually being right. That is out loud in character. Just I was right.
Yep.
That
And
hasn't happened yet.
so you're
Sorry.
taking a minute there.
I'm enjoying this, okay?
Yeah. And statue warden is reaching ever so slowly toward his nose.
Keeper is going to full on boop it with the ink stick.
You mean a marker?
You're muted, Pimps.
You're muted.
Warden's eyebrows are gonna like slowly furrow in discontent.
Slowly, so we'll check back in about 2 minutes. God, you're like a weeping angel, but slow.
If you could
Weeping sloth.
somehow communicate better than charades,
He's
this
gonna
would
sign
be
penis.
this would be so much easier.
Hang on, I need to find dice.
Warden's just slowly working his way towards a dab.
Okay, seriously, what?
Do you want me to roll one for you and tell
I
you the
can roll
number?
something
I've
for
got
you
some
with the
out.
number.
Somebody roll a D4.
4.
I got a 2.
Oh,
I also
there you
got
go.
a 4.
You got some in
4, 3, 2.
So in other words, this is not helpful, so take your pick.
He got 2 fours.
In Sylvan, he says itch.
In Sylvan, back. You're made of stone. Of course you itch.
This is no ordinary itch, by the way, Warden. This is like... It feels like your entire skin has shrunken one size, and you have the worst case of, like, I had a really bad sunburn, flaky itchiness on every part of you, but worse on your nose right now.
Is our furball gonna molt? Sorry, Pim.
Oh.
What the hell did you say?
I asked if our furball was gonna molt, like how lizards do.
Oh. I don't think I'm going to need a chisel.
I'm just saying that if you're uncomfortable with any part of your anatomy, now's the time to tell us. We can make some change.
Oh no. No.
Maybe nothing can be additives. I'm sorry.
In Gnomish, he says need time.
We
Needs
only
time. Okay. So tickle him. Got it.
we only
This
have a
kills the
day.
warden.
We could try talking to his number one, get her to be kind of a pain in his arse. Maybe that'll buy us a little time.
What do you think I've been doing? Oh, you mean Ross's knees, number one.
I'm sorry,
I-
were you meaning you were talking to Warden's pest? Because that's kind of awkward.
I was thinking
No.
the same thing.
I was praying to the goddess of the forest, which is the god that him and I both share.
Did that work?
Yeah. And they just kind of do this towards Warden, like, I don't know.
Results may
Fairly certain
vary.
it's got something to do with the
Results may
concoction of
vary.
mayo and vomit.
You heard the small lizard. Gods work in sometimes very shitty ways.
Wrong end. This was puke.
Thanks.
Shaggy, you said something about wanting to talk to Fenthaza?
It's worth a shot. I mean, if we like, Fenthaza didn't seem too thrilled with their employer, and if some sort of rebellion could be fermented within that, he may be a little too busy dealing with that to actually deal with us and buy us a little more time for our unstoning.
He has the remaining cubes that we need. He also knows the location of the tomb that we seek.
Who says she doesn't? If she's his most trusted advisor, then she knows what he knows and is perfectly placed to take him down.
You saw how well their conversations went. I do not think it wise. But you are rarely, if ever, one to take a suggestion from me, so.
What was that supposed to mean? Please note how we didn't blast them out of their existence when we were sitting inside in the cottage the other day.
Aye, that was, how do you say, 1 in a million.
So rude.
Is Shaggy looking to make that conversation happen?
If everyone's against it, then I guess not.
I think.
Is everyone against it?
2 people aren't in the room.
I mean, the only other people in the room that you don't have opinions from would be Finkelknob and Yordle.
What are we not doing? Or are doing, or what? What are we doing here?
Well, I'm saying it might be worth having a conversation with Fenthaza oh god, I can't remember. Fenthaza. And see if we can get her to cause some trouble for our guest services fella, the guy who's apparently got the flaming sword that Yeet says we need, and the cubes that we've assumed we need to get access to our stuff to save the world. I mean, realistically, going for one avenue is not always a good idea. I mean, like, don't put all the eggs in one basket, I think. What if he turns out to be an evil dick he is. What if he turns out to try and betray us?
What if she does?
Puts us in the same boat as we're already in, with hopefully another option of getting it to happen.
Except that right now we have at least, as long as Raj is alive, we have a barrier between us and the rest of the snake people. They won't kill us because we will help them. If he is overthrown, that guarantee is not necessarily there.
Guarantee seems like a strong word.
Well,
I know. Let's ask Yeet if they trust him. And if they say yes, then we know we should be prepared for violence.
He's not so wrong on that.
So accurate.
Fine.
3 words in giant. Ross Nasi help.
We've talked with him.
Can he not learn English?
I don't think he's able to speak common right now.
We're gonna push him
Nope,
over.
no comment yet.
Oh, yes.
You were essentially rolling for how many of his languages he still has.
Common is not one of them.
He has 3.
Of all of the, I mean, common is honestly the more entertaining choice to take away. So.
And also, to be fair, probably the second or third language he would probably learn. In giant back, he said he would give us an extra day. Do you think you can be ready by then?
How do you shrug when you're a statue?
Very, very slowly.
Slowly.
You're muted, Pims. Okay.
He is trying to think of a good response.
He's thinking.
It's the problem with limited responses is they have to be good.
Have either of the other two people in the room given an opinion about Shaggy's plan, or is that just going for a slide?
Finkelnub has not, and Jordal is...
I've got no opinion on it really. Just like to know what are we supposed to be doing.
I don't really have a strong opinion on one way or the other. I think getting more people involved might be worse.
Too many
like an
cooks.
This is a valid point, and someone in this place has surely played Overcooked at some point.
No, but I've had Warden's cooking.
Ugh.
There is a reason why the man prefers his berries.
Okay,
You're
didn't realize
welcome.
you could roast a rock, but here we are.
Turning it over, nice, even golden brown.
Oh, I didn't know you were a sunstone.
That was a potato.
Yep, that happened. Okay.
I just needed you to know.
So
I love you.
any other words? The most recently you heard him say Rosnasi help in Giant.
And
you gave him his story. You told him what happened.
Yeah. I would have explained a little more of what had happened yesterday when we went to talk to Rasisny, and I would have continued to do it in Giant because I'm assuming that he can only communicate in those 3 languages. But like every time he speaks, I do this little like comment repeating his speech and going
Okay.
You see, kids, getting stoned is bad for your mental health. It makes you dumber. Don't do it.
But if you do, have basilisk vomit on standby.
Yep.
This is your Pimmelbolg. This is your Pimmelbolg on drugs.
In Sylvan, Warden says cure.
Sure. I gesture to myself.
Slow shake again.
You mean he has the cure?
Wait.
Head goes
We're
up
doing
and then
this
just
over.
like stops.
I'll be right back. Bag of nails. Could you come here a second?
I hear him from where I am.
You hear like the commoners in the room start, like, they look at you all like sort of scared, and they look at the slave master who's standing in there like afraid that they're gonna get whacked for there having been a loud noise in the room. And one of them sort of waves at you to catch your attention and points into the other room.
Oh, okay. I'll head
We'll
back
pick up our
in.
conversation in a bit, okay? Because
So you're wearing a helmet that you've had time to attune to. Do me a favor. Listen to the stone man's thoughts and translate.
That's actually genius.
Problem though.
Do I have a... Is there a helmet on my head? Yeah, okay.
Well, I
Cool.
gave you the helmet like 4 sessions ago, and you were putting it on so you could try and reach your son's mind, but we told you had to wear it for a while. Did you take it off?
Oh. No, it's still here. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. I'll...
Here comes fun part. What language does cat know?
None of those ones he was speaking.
Does it matter for thinking?
What
it does
language
for-
does Warden think in?
Sylvan.
Yes, then.
How long does it take to attune?
An hour?
It's a short rest, I think.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Okay. Bag of nails.
Oh, sure.
And I try to like fit my freaking head in this thing.
It doesn't fit terribly well, but you can get it on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Rude.
Awkward dreamy hat.
So
I mean, it's a good way to relieve stress. Don't at me.
in
1
the
hour
intervening
later.
hour, is Warden just chilling, or does what else does anything of note happen, or should we just fast forward?
I'm basically just trying to get as much mobility back as I can just by like trying to move stuff.
Sure. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Is he
Don't fail
constipated?
this one.
I'm glad I didn't tickle you.
And I go have a chat with the avian about why it is he keeps hiding.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I meant chicken. I meant small lizard.
Rude.
So, as over the course of that hour, you're like slowly moving, and previously, every time you tried to take a breath, it was like, trying to breathe while wearing a straitjacket. You're now able to breathe easily, and like your jaw feels like it can move side to side a little bit, and you can twiddle your fingers.
Doing the toes test.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Sounds like the
We
constipated
made
test.
sure we didn't chip any off.
You made sure of that.
I was the
offered.
one carrying his feet.
Exactly. Were you also carrying his head?
You were.
Can I attempt to, with my herbalism kit, make a poultice that would soothe sore joints?
I think that is a thing that a dementia cat would probably know how to do. Roll a medicine check with advantage.
Fucking icy hot.
Head
Hells
on.
yeah.
Apply directly for the forehead.
Beware
Yeah, you
of
can make a serviceable icy hot with that.
7-Eleven.
Icy
I want a slushy.
I mean,
I'll,
applying icy hot to a rock.
But I suppose he would call it warmy cold.
I can't believe it's not frozen fire.
Oh
I'll
god.
start applying it to the typical old man joints that are the worst, like the hips,
And the
the
knees,
knees. Yeah. Let's try to help the fellow elderly out.
I got the icy hot on my
He
hip.
like he starts doing this like creaky little old man like testing little like he's like moving his knees a little bit like an old man waking up in the morning like trying to loosen up so he can go about his business.
I feel really called out tonight. Jeez, guys.
Same.
You think I don't understand stiff, my dudes?
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's right.
I thought you were too ace for that.
Wow.
Oh,
I might be 2 ace, but I did at one point not move my legs for 2 years.
They're 2 ace bandage for that.
Oh god. Why?
You will get
Okay.
hella stiff when you don't move your legs for 2 years.
Why? Jills, please just stop walking into it. Please just stop walking into it.
Walking into it?
Just okay, fine then. Jumping into it.
Okay.
And yes, I know what
Don't
you
be
were getting
dirty, it's
at, but
fine.
I just skipped it.
I know you did. Okay. So it's now been an hour of like old man attempting to help other old man cope with his newfound malady, and you have now attuned to your helm of telepathy.
Thank you, Perfectus. I am awake. I appreciate that.
This little lemon party going on. Don't mind us.
Oof.
Oh lord.
You just couldn't leave it alone, could you?
Hey, I feel like now's a good time to go get a drink. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll leave that on so I don't blind people.
It's okay, so it has been an hour. Going to start talking. Warden, you remember the helm, right? I can hear what you are thinking, so you don't need to try to force any more words out.
In Giant, I just say, I'm fine now.
Fucking shit.
Just need the time.
That doesn't stop you from using the helm to cast detect thoughts, though, if you so choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Remember, don't ask the question that you don't really want the answer to.
Are you kidding? I've been begging for a fucking lore dump for almost a year.
If you're going to try to prevent the passing of information, that's a wisdom save, Warden. But you can just allow the information.
I have no
to
reason
pass.
not to trust Keeper.
Okay.
Good. Let's talk.
The duration of the spell is a minute. But there's nothing preventing you from using it multiple times.
Other than however many charges it's got.
Right. It's
Oh, okay.
It's surface thoughts are yours automatically, and then deeper thoughts you can probe at. And he says he's not going to stop you.
Why do you think Rasmusne would have helped you?
He has not tried to kill us.
Lots of people have not tried to kill us. The Lich did not try to kill us, but you didn't say that the Lich would help you. You weren't even... I really wish you would have been able to come with us.
You get the blast of a carving in a wall depicting let me pull it up. 7 people all standing together.
What was that?
The thought you get is how would this thought form? More of a question than an answer. But you get the name Ross in a very, very like curious manner.
If he is one of those people, he is not very human any longer. He is not very alive much longer.
The surface thought, at least, is
Sorry,
that he would
guys, I
still
didn't
be a
mean to
man
hit
of
the
duty.
mic with the other mic.
Duty.
How? Why?
You get a picture of Yeet.
She has been telling you what she has not told us.
You get a picture of their holy symbol.
He did honor the symbol when he spoke up.
Surprise.
I know, I am surprised too that he actually spoke.
Followed by hope.
I deserve that. But wow.
But who are these 7 people? I am going to circle back to that until I get an answer.
One word. Demigod.
Actually, I think that's 2.
Listen, I'm still a little stoned. It's not going to make full sense.
1.5 word.
Demigod.
And then you get the
Lord.
word Bara.
Bastard word.
Bara. Who is Bara?
I was wondering, does that mean it's a thick god?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
It was Pan. Who is Bara?
You get all the picture of all 7 of them again.
Bara is demigod?
Yikes.
You get like the thought equivalent of a shrug.
I get out the ink pot again.
Is that a threat?
You get the very strong image of a dagger.
I think Grandpa just said he's gonna cut you.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Grandpa better start talking then.
You get the thought this is easier.
Then start explaining.
So you get a picture of a forest that looks a lot like your home. But there's a jagged line in like almost a circle. That suddenly the foliage, the ground, it all starts looking more like Chult. And in the midst of this, there's a ziggurat. Just covered in the repeated word Uptow. Very, very religious. And you get the image of the 7 again, but there's a much larger figure standing above them. Creeped. And then you get like a flash of blue fire. And then the image again.
Did this happen during the spell plague?
You get the fire again.
Please stop.
I mean, you're getting hotter.
I do not like seeing that flame.
Understand what I am saying, or you get the blue fire.
Oh sure, that's a good traumatizing way to do it.
You get a very, very sad feeling, and then you get the image
Guys,
of
I will be right back.
a very
I'm gonna
old
leave stream up.
female
so you guys
furball,
can watch this.
and that image starts to turn to dust.
You told me you outlived her. The ledger keeper? Yeah, you named her
Yeah.
that.
No.
Fucking dork. But yeah, no, they nod. That's where you found her, right? The temple?
You get the impression he never found her.
No, I mean
Oh, Yeet, yes.
Orage.
You do get a flash of Orage falling above the ziggurat.
Oof.
Not gracefully. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I wish I could take you to the grove, but it's not there anymore.
You get like 7 flashes of the frickin' ziggurat. Like, yeah, I know.
Then there must have been an offshoot. I What did you do before all of this?
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Took a little longer.
You get
than I
images
expected.
of
Really tripped and busted
the
my
forest and you know, very familiar terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Gravestones, a tree, but it's all dead silent and black and white. And
How many feels did you guys catch while I was
you know,
away?
anytime Warden sees himself, he sees himself in color, but everything else is in black and white. And he can't interact, and like there's no signs of
Sounds a little
interacting
bit
with
like we've
anyone
hit the
else.
feels train.
Nothing.
You were stuck.
You get flashes of a vast desert full of fire.
Same blue fire,
No, normal fire.
normal fire. Got it.
You know, a world consumed only by storms.
Plains.
The Warden nods.
You traversed. You walked them.
Shakes his head.
Why?
Instead of getting the image of the blue flames, you get you know that you get this like popping feeling as the color from the world just like disappears in his thoughts.
Yikes.
But
you get the idea that it's around that same time.
I'll be very honest. Every time that they say flames, all I can think of is
I am going to
That
have to
gif
ask
from
for a
Clue?
translation in your fucking DMs because I'm trying
Like,
to
great
run my
flames
thoughts around this and
just
realizing
exploding from my face.
Yeah.
Flames
We're-
doing a lot.
just engulfing
So
my face.
I feel like to some extent we can move forward if we yeah.
Warden
You're-
brings back the image of us in the or the image of the 7 demigods. Sorry, Jills.
Simber was one?
You look at the image and you remember what Artist Simber looks like, and he's not there.
Okay, they're actual like physical descriptions.
It's detailed like a portrait of 7 people, like adorned in like adorned like princes. As a fresco on the wall. All
Wasn't there-
genders. Like there's men, women, a couple of them are androgynous,
that.
and you're just like you're looking at these 7 princely dressed people on this fresco on an old wall in like that like looks like someone brushed dirt off of it.
Okay. I am going to going to take the rest of the lordom to DMs and
Yep.
I am going to spend most of the rest of whatever free time we have drawing that fresco down.
Okay. And while they're having this conversation, someone comes to like the door of your chamber. It's a Yuan Ti man who says, who like he like comes, he like walks through, and the slaves sort of move from side to like up away from him as he walks forward, and he's like walking forward gingerly and looks into the room and says, "Which one of you is Shaggy? The mistress wanted to speak with Shaggy."
I am?
Oh, the mistress wants to talk to Shaggy. Holy shit.
Which one's the mistress? It's probably... Yeah, it's...
Gonzalo.
Okay, then.
I make kissy faces at
It's
Shaggy.
nice knowing him.
It's because I'm human. I'm in trouble.
Yep.
He's a
you're
big man
screwed.
now.
Wait, just me?
Sounds like
He
the mistress
nods.
wants some exoticness.
Yep, you're dead.
Nice knowing you, Shaggy. Death by snoo
your fault,
snoo.
Wants to offer you a position.
We are terrible people.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
I go along, I guess.
Okay. He leads you back along through some of the corridors and into through some hallways and actually into Fenthaza's quarters, I guess it is. The area looks comfortable, and she's sitting at a desk writing something down. It looks like she's tabulating something, and he knocks on the door and says, "Mistress, you wanted to speak with Shaggy, right?" And she says, "Ah, yes." She invites you to have a seat and says, "Make yourself comfortable while I just finish this. Give me just a moment. I apologize." And she's writing something down, like she's sort of talking to herself under her breath, and she's like, "Right, everything's ready. Shaggy, I wanted to offer you an opportunity.
He did.
Opportunity.
You see, tomorrow, there will be a ritual here. Of we have these ceremonies once a month, wherein some of the humans in our midst, if they would like to, can become, uh, through the gift of the goddess, as the Yuan-Ti.
Holy shit, Q was right.
Understand that most humans who go through this process do not become as myself and as some of the others that you met a Malison, but they do become Yuan-Ti purebloods. I know that you have a mission to attend to, but you seemed respectful, and it pleases the goddess to have more in her image. So I thought that you may wish to avail yourself of the power of the goddess and to become as the Yuan-Ti are. And strong and fast and uh, resistant to magical attacks.
Uh-oh. She hit Shaggy right in the "you get more power" thing, which is a problem right now.
How many S's are we going to need to spell Shaggy?
We're gonna what?
How many S's are we gonna need to spell the new Shaggy?
All of them.
God, no.
All the S's.
She says, "I can see that you're a little stunned by this offer."
That's one word for us. I'm confused. Like, I honestly don't know much about your people. And speaking realistically, I actually don't know much about Yuan-Ti other than the fact they're half snake. Wait, is she saying that she'll make me half snake? Is that
Not exactly half snake. You have met those of my people who appear more as you do, but with scaled flesh.
like a serious case of ashy skin? I mean, I'm startled. I'm not entirely sure what it is you're offering. I'm going to be honest.
Well, if you would like to take part in our ceremony and show the proper respect to the goddess in our ritual tomorrow, she may choose to bless you with a Yuan-Ti form. The Yuan-Ti have certain special abilities that humans do not have, including some innate spellcasting and some resistance to magic. I figured as a man of the arcane and a one who seems anyway to respect our ways, that may be something that you're interested in.
I have a question about what is involved in showing respect.
To take part in the ceremony involves it's kind of a big a revelry. We worship through
So it's like a party with food
and drink.
and drink.
Oh no,
He's fucked.
I mean, Calf has me terrified about the response here. Sure. And you're saying that it will help us to basically get what needs doing done.
There is some many find that after such a wild revelry they need a few days to recover properly, but afterward, yes, you would be stronger, like the Yuan-Ti purebloods you've seen around here. You would have some access to additional magics and resistance to magical attacks. All that would be required of you is to to participate in our worship ceremony tomorrow, and it the Yuan-Ti, we innately have respect for the goddess Stendar. It would be yours as well then. The eye of Dendar, and a community, family here as well. Obviously, you have a mission to attend to, but you would have a place to come back to afterward if you'd like.
But it's not obligatory should it become a problem.
No.
I mean, okay. I mean, I appreciate the offer. I mean, sure. I mean, it sounds like it might actually be helpful.
Take your time to think about it. I know it was sprung on you all at once, but tomorrow morning before the revelry begins, I'll send someone to fetch you, and if you would like to participate, you may.
Thanks. I look forward to it. I guess. Yeah.
She returns to her her writing and says, as you were, sorry for interrupting your evening.
No interruption. It's fine. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm a
So-
snack. Yeah.
I go back to the others,
Yep.
and yeah, they're obviously like, "Yo, what up?" I've
Uh-huh.
apparently been invited to a party tomorrow.
I'm not there.
What sort of party?
A revelry?
For what? What are they? Are they happy because they have a human now?
I'm very confused about it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Apparently, she wants to help us.
You got any details with this help?
That's what the party's about. Maybe I'll meet someone. I'm not sure.
So it's a singles party. Because this is what you're making it sound like. Is this is a singles
I'm going to
party.
be honest. I didn't ask for the specifics.
I'd ask for the specifics, but I wasn't there. So I'm gonna bow out on that party because it sounds like some weird things may happen, and
Was that what we were planning to do tomorrow? Was the snake man you talked to inviting us to a party? Or is it just this one?
This one is inviting to party. I do not. Honestly, I don't recall if we were being given a day or if he was expected to be there tomorrow. You know, that sort of shit.
He said that you could meet him in his quarters the next day.
Okay.
To give you time to to deal with Ashy Grandpa.
Ashy Grandpa.
But if nothing else, she said that the party has an effect on the place where it takes a couple of days for them to recover, so it might buy us some time, assuming he goes to the thing.
This must be a really big party.
Yeah, I get the impression it is.
Out of character, I think Shaggy will take well to being a snake. You'll get to eat all
No.
your food whole.
By that logic, he already is one. So I mean,
Let's take 5.
Okay.
All right, stream. You guys are the DM. Go take 5. Go take a poop. go get a drink. Go do
Yeah.
whatever you can do in 5
Let's
minutes.
be over here.
I'm gonna do
Don't
you all
poop
a
into
favor.
the corner
No,
like
no,
you.
not zoomed in enough.
I'm gonna do everyone here a favor and not turn my camera off while I go do things. Don't want to make people have to bust the sunglasses out.
Sunglasses.
Hmm.
Shaggy's gonna be a snake.
I'll
If
be
he
right back.
lives. I mean, what?
Alright, well, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yep. So, Snake Shopkeeper. They got anything interesting story-wise? Or is it mostly just rambling?
Mostly rambling stories about when he lived in the forest and the druid who used the awaken spell on him to make him smart.
So mostly his history, not the history of the people around him.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he seems very focused on Scooby Snacks. I mean, not Scooby Snacks. He seems very focused on numbers for some reason. How many of things there were? It's really like random, right? You know, he'll be telling you a story that's about you know, what was going on in the forest, and he'll say, and there were 6 rabbits, and
What is this about now?
I'm asking about the shopkeeper snake, seeing if they have anything interesting to
stories
say.
about Quartermaster Snackman.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
take a quick moment while we're on break to ask a question that probably doesn't have anything useful, but you never know.
I mean, Snackman is regaling you with
Sorry.
tales, but none of them seem applicable.
Okay.
Hi, Puck. Aw, hi,
That's kind of
puppy.
why I asked on a break, because I'm like, probably not, but who knows?
Right. I mean, he had some other interesting offers previously. He gave you some incense.
Did. They turned out to be drugs.
I mean, yeah. Drugs
Darn
are
cheap.
fine.
Some darn cheap drugs, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give you drugs. He gave you incense. Just because it acted like drugs on others didn't mean that it ever intended that way.
He gave me the ritual incense.
That's also true.
He sold
Yeah,
me some.
he also insinuated that it was special.
The
Yeah,
good
it
shit.
It was their special ritual incense, is what I was told.
Yes,
I'm like,
it was
oh,
the special
like-
incense for the special ritual.
yes.
It was like whispered. We also have incense.
So what does Shaggy think about this offer other than that was heckin' weird?
Well, let's be brutally honest here. It is not the first time that someone has offered him power.
Mm-hmm.
Not.
And this sounds like it's got way less strings attached to it.
It's true.
Plus, it involves a party.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a couple of check marks in the positive column as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Are you human or variant human? Just out of curiosity.
Variant.
Okay.
There's almost no mechanical reason to not be if you
Yeah.
have the option.
Well, I was asking because I'm trying to focus less away from numbers, but variant human is the only reason you have your extra feet.
Mm-hmm. This is special circumstances.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
It's that and
Variant
like,
human was very specific because of the mobility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mobile.
the other thing too is even if you were making choices for flavor, there's no flavor difference between a variant and non-variant human. It's not like Wood Elf versus Drow, you know.
Yeah.
Or Eladrin.
Yeah.
The really fucking special ones.
And over the table, obviously you figured this out, but we're just so that it's definitely 100% absolutely stated, completing this ritual would in fact change your race to Yuan-Ti.
Okay. Mechanically, what does that do? Because I still don't know.
Advantage on magic saving throws. You get a cantrip of acid spray, once daily animal friendship, one other thing, and a permanent speak with animals and snakes. +2 to charisma, +1 to intelligence. I only know this because I played.
It doesn't change. In this case, it doesn't change your stats.
Okay.
What about a
You
line?
would get dark vision, which you already have from warlock shit, but dark vision, innate spellcasting, like Steak said, poison spray, animal friendship, unlimited uses, but only works on snakes, and suggestion once per long rest, with charisma as the spellcasting ability, as well as magic resistance, which gives you advantage on saving throws against spells, and immunity to poison.
Well,
The poison damage and the poisoned condition.
Oh, do they get rid of the speak with animals to snakes?
It's animal friendship, not speak with animals.
I thought snakes had like a special exception.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
My mistake.
Okay, so
the
that's
offer was
talking about
only
what
extended to you.
So that's
not to
talking about
anyone
what
else.
Shaggy would gain.
Mhm.
What does he lose?
That she told you? Nothing.
Okay. That's a fair answer.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a terrifying way to put it.
Hi, I'm a DM. It's my job.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's the right way to put it.
No leggies.
Make you ask more questions next time.
Well, I just asked because you gave the mechanics of what it is that Shaggy gets is part of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here on a much more nuts and bolts concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mobile is a feat I got because I'm variant human.
I wouldn't take it from you.
Okay. So things that I've already got, you're saying I'll get to keep.
Yep.
And then this is like a template that's dropped on it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a Bobo.
Human variant, I think, gets like an extra hit point every level or something stupid like that. That would no longer be a thing.
Right.
Okay.
But you would have to complete the ritual for that to happen.
That is very specific again. I am feared as to what this ritual entails.
We know drugs.
Well, you can show up to the ritual and find out, or not. That's the offer she made you.
It is.
We're gonna butt chug more snakes.
We?
No.
Okay, Shaggy is.
Sorry, we're not. He will.
Yeah. Tempt the warlock with more power. What's the worst that can happen?
I'm just doing my job, man.
No, you're
But
doing
chugging
great.
snakes, that's the worst that could happen. More
Like
snake
everything he's
butt
doing
chugging.
is to get more power to make sure that he can get his friends back. This is unfortunately a very appetizing offer.
Some of you have previously heard me like face roll smacking about there is a time where I'm gonna get to make Shaggy an offer that's gonna make me laugh really hard. Hi,
Would
that's
this
right
be it?
now.
Yeah.
Only human of the group, and that might not be.
Couldn't tell.
Have you been waiting for this for a while?
Since I read this chapter of the thing, yes.
Since you read this chapter.
To be fair, I believe it was the second week we played or so when I got a. Oh, it's a shame only one of you is a human.
Oh, goody.
And then they said that in game too.
I did. It's true.
And all of us immediately were like, "Oh well, Shaggy's either cursed, screwed, or dead."
One T
More powerful as the case may be.
pure blood. Oh man, I hope I don't end up with a snake ass.
Just a booty of just a
snakes have
booty of
asses.
snakes.
I mean,
It'll be
technically.
like a Medusa, but for
I
your
mean, they
butt.
have butts.
They have a
poop,
cloaca.
but they don't have a booty.
Not unless they've eaten something and it's made it most of the
I
way
mean,
down.
Ozzy Moss has an entire storeroom full of booty. Oh no, he's not a pirate. Never mind.
He could be a pirate though.
So I did
He is
look for
not
what
a
Yuan-Ti pureblood is, and I found
No.
one, but it immediately up on top goes, by the way, there's an official Yuan-Ti race, but it's too OP, and this is a more reasonable version. Oh, Jesus. Are you
Yeah,
sure it is?
I played a pureblood in Calf's Battle Royale.
It's very OP.
It is,
It's true.
but they're fun.
I'm not arguing with the fact that it's OP. However, this offer is as written. I'm not even doing anything to it.
I see.
Anyway, we're all
So-
back at this point, right?
I think so. Hobble, are you here?
Yeah, I've been talking.
Okay, cool. So, Ashy Grandpa and Keeper, while this offer was being made to Shaggy, Shaggy disappears. Keeper and Ashy Grandpa are still talking about whether Rosnacy can help.
We've kind of moved just a little bit past that and going back to uncovering old family shit that Keeper doesn't know about.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
I know, but also the uncovering of family shit may, yeah.
I don't know who wrote that line.
As much as I am interested, like, I would love for this to happen in the group chat where all three of us are, so I can go.
Oops.
How about we do something separate another time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. But yeah, Keeper has been kind of poking at the carving that Warden had seen and is furiously like trying to scribble
Trying to
down.
sketch it. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find you more information about what it is that. Okay. So, one of these people is a tabaxi man, who's hunched and wrinkled, and appears he appears old in the image, but has like a youthful energy about his face, right? And he's wearing a platinum crown.
Okay, so as I'm drawing this,
Mhm.
and drawing the tabaxi part,
Mhm.
I look up at Bag of Nails,
Mhm.
kind of tilt my head to the side like, really? Nah, and then go back.
Okay. Yeah. The pattern on his fur is different.
It would have been too coincidental. But
not like this is filled with coincidences or anything.
Hi, I'm trying to give them credit.
The second person is a handsome man with square features and deep set eyes, dressed in a robe of purple with green triangles on it. Then there's a
purple with green triangles?
Purple with green triangles. There's another human, potentially, light skin, like white blonde hair, and a silver robe. Then a human woman, with again white blonde hair, kind of looks like the other dude that I just described.
So potentially siblings.
Looks younger.
I didn't say twins.
But yeah. Okay. Then another woman with dark brown, this is like a very round face, dark brown skin, golden eyes. Then another woman with brown skin, who's smaller, like looks younger compared to everyone else, dressed in red. And then a man who looks like, in the features, a healthier Ross Nasi, dressed in sky blue, with that heavily gilded sword sheath at his hip that you've seen depicted before.
Okay.
So, yeah, the 7 princes basically is what this looks like.
Okay.
And one of them is Ross Nasi, and one of them is a Tabaxi.
Okay.
And one of them is oh, okay, hang on. Who spent the longest talking with artist Simber? Warden? Probably Warden. That's who I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Of course.
Warden, roll insight for me.
Oh. Doy.
Doy?
We got the whole story from Artemis about the 7 princes, or the 7 princes of Mesro, the ruling people,
The
and
Bahrain.
how the Barre and how
Barre you.
Rossisny was exiled because he started to become an anti-paladin because, God, this guy cannot make
Pick
up
a
his
side.
mind.
Pick a side.
Yep.
So,
Warden, you're remembering this, and you're seeing Keeper draw this and thinking about what's happened, and like collecting all of these ideas together in your mind. That white blonde chick sounds like the wife that artist Simber was describing, that he was looking for.
oh.
Across that mental link, you just get a blast of artists and then a wedding ring.
Ding! Oh, ow! Ow!
You alright over there?
Yes. I
That wedding ring
Okay, I get
becomes
it.
the ring of winter in your head as he's thinking about it.
Oh Lord.
All I can think of now is just, what's his name from Destiny? Keeps flicking his coin.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hi, bring a sword.
Okay. So as you're spending your evening doing this drawing, we're gonna fast forward to the next morning unless anyone else has.
Can I quickly attempt to draw this blob thing again? And I'm in a less stressful situation.
Sure.
Okay.
Can
we put a roll to it again so I can? Okay.
Yep.
Yay. That's a 13. It's not a 1.
It's not
Yeah.
a 1.
I mean, it still looks fucked up, but the thing looks fucked up in your head too, so.
And it's more than just line.
It is more than it's more than a stick baby.
It just looks like a kidney bean with angry eyebrows now.
But gray and splotchy and, demonic. It's fine.
Kidney bean with anger issues.
Anger brows.
It's better than it was.
Who are you showing this to?
No one at the moment. I just want to have it. I was hoping to do better than I did in the room when I was bringing it up for the first time. This is what it looked up. That's a stick.
Okay.
So I just want something that's better than that.
All right.
Something fridge worthy.
Yep, I'm
We'll
here
have to
for you.
invent the fridge first.
We'll find a way.
We always do.
Yeah.
Fridge finds a way.
But yeah, that's about it. Unless someone else wants to do something.
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone else have any orders of business before we fast forward time to the next morning?
Do I have any weird pressure in my head when we start talking about the idea? No. Apparently, I got a good night's sleep.
Who doesn't get a good night's sleep?
Yeah, we do.
More creepy Sarac visions.
Standard breed of a Sarac with probably a couple of my own flavor thrown in there.
Some of your own fear flavoring is around, also instead of just kind of randomly like emerging from a street somewhere and like pressing closer and closer to your brain in flashes, right? This time you watch as he ascends some stairs near a pair of obsidian vine colored obelisks, and drops a trap door
goes.
He climbs up some stairs and replaces a wooden door, like swings it back over between a pair of vine colored.
Can I tell what obelisks?
Roll perception.
I'll be very honest. I keep thinking for a brief second beforehand that they are saying hobelisks and not obelisks.
I'm using luck on that one.
And it just I'm like,
yeah.
what?
Well,
it gives me a moment
I used luck, so it's
for
a 10.
a minute there.
Before that, it was a 1.
I'm a
Okay, so it's
giant
a 10,
monument,
which means you can't precisely place. I
or
mean,
a giant
it looks like
structure,
Omu,
rather.
but precisely where in the city of Omu, not on a 10. You can't tell.
I was just looking for like an animal on pillars, but something that was hopefully big and obvious and hard to miss. But don't know if I'm gonna get so lucky.
Apparently not.
Steak, check your DMs. Oh, yeah,
I'm already responding.
Sure. Okay. Sure. In the night, right? Araj is wakes terrified from a dream of the typical Acererak nightmares. Are any of you awake? Is anyone paying attention to what's happening here, or are you all asleep?
We would still be doing watches, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's not a good question.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way we would just suddenly stop, especially with weird party
doesn't
man.
make sense to me either, but yeah.
Small lizard sleeping alone though.
Oh, small lizard is sleeping in with Sneck. I forgot that small lizard.
Ooh, that's weird.
Is just casually
not in the slave quarters,
chilling with Azimas, the Sneck,
who I'm sure has to sleep at some point.
Sure. So that changes things. Never mind. Yeah. So you awake. Not from you don't really remember waking from your scary fever dream, right? But when you wake properly before dawn, you are sleeping in the like puddled feathers of a baby axebeak, except that it's ethereal.
Heck of a wake up call.
Well, I mean, it's very comfy. It has like it doesn't feel exactly like feathers, but like if getting like that weird I just got a cold chill walking through a fog cloud feeling could also feel like feathers swaddling you, that's this. For people who are wondering what the hell mechanically just happened, small lizard cast find steed in her sleep.
Aww. That's kind of fucking cute.
Emotional support Axebeak is here.
Emotional support Axebeak. That sounds emotionally supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
great.
I can't
also think with the murderous, beak.
Mm-hmm.
But friendly though.
But friendly.
Because paladin.
It's like your familiar, only I can ride mine.
Yeah, but his familiar is not a giant bird that's gonna wake us all up. And
I mean,
just gonna be like,
summons giant friendly cassowary.
I'm sleeping in my own in a different room. You guys are fine.
In 5th edition, they make it so you can dispel it and resummon it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's way better than it used to be.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like, I also don't technically have to do this, because I could just be like, okay, go get some food on your home plane. Bye. It's kind of helpful.
Yeah. Emotional support Axebeak is a thing that just happened. It's fine. We've been working.
We've
on
been
how
talking
to work
about
that in
this
for a while.
Oh boy.
And you know what? This feels like a traumatic enough day that it's justifiable.
Paladin needed emotional support Axebeak. Who knows? Emotional support Axebeak might be a gift from God. Which one? Who knows? Right. So, Shaggy. did you decide that you want to attend the ritual?
Yeah, thinking about it overnight, all I'm hearing is more power, more chance to help. It should be fine. And it's a party. I'm sure it's gonna be all right.
Okay.
We did mention the fact that the barbarian's the smartest one in the group, right?
Multiple times.
Okay, just checking.
Okay.
And I think he only has like a 13 or 14.
So, I'm gonna kind of make this a little bit of a quicker version of events than if I was doing this for the whole party. But you're the only one who's been invited.
Hmm.
So the next day, as you all are, some of you were going to meet with Rosnus C, right?
Yeah.
I know I had an invitation extended to me. I don't know about anyone else.
Well, you were, and he wanted us at some point.
Could I maybe go to see if he knows anything about the navel of the moon or my son?
Sure.
Sure, yeah. Also, just for the record, spend the morning communicating with new bird friend.
Okay.
Thank you. I've been babysitting Gear and grandfathers the last couple times.
I'm assuming that all of you except Shaggy were gonna go and see Rosnessy if you could get away with it. And
Seems
then,
like it's gonna be a thing regardless.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Didn't we have to have someone stay and watch our weapons? Like, wasn't that the whole reason?
Mystical bird friend that just showed up.
Nah, I'm watching weapons. I got this.
You sure?
I don't got anything. I don't really have anything that I want to talk to him about that I can think of. Like, he's a weird, big, creepy dude. What exactly is he going to do to me? Him and his people don't particularly like me, even though we're fucking neighbors. So, you know, I'm just going to sit here and watch the Gear because I got nothing else to do.
Is Warden still mostly stone, or?
Warden, as you wake in the morning, you wake better able to move. You with assistance from your friends, right? They sort of laid you down in semi-statue form. And you slowly went from, statue to awkwardly stiff person resting. And in the morning, when you wake up, all around where you were laying, there's just a thick layer of tiny gravel. And as Warden sits up, his back creaks, almost like a slight crunchy creak, and you see sand and rock and stuff fall from him. His skin is now a different color, right? He's grayish. He had a sort of a gray tint to his skin before, but now he's basically he's flesh under the stone that fell away, but he's the color of stone.
Does he have quills?
No.
Okay.
Why the hell would he have quills?
Fur turning to stone, pointy, you know.
I mean, it's a good question. Yeah, no, it's as he brushes his fur, it's like a really horrible case of sandy dandruff.
Oh, so you got that in weird places, man.
I'm just imagining the imagery of when we rub two pieces of sandpaper together and it's just all falling apart.
A long-haired dog that's been on a beach for an hour.
Seeing this, I'll go ahead and get my kid out with the poultice and start to offer it to him.
Yeah, I'll take it and start applying it.
This is great. I can imagine if this had happened to Bag of Nails, the kind of bath that would be happening right now.
We wouldn't see Bag of Nails again. It would just forever be blem.
When they
Anytime
say or
anyone
talk-
said anything to me, I would just turn to them and say unclean, and then go back to.
You know, when they say cats' tongues feel like sandpaper, this isn't what they meant.
Are we sure about that?
But yeah. So
Okay.
I guess whenever you all start making your way around the room, you just hear a small lizard talking to creature that is not Snake. And it sounds very one-sided.
I'm just gonna move y'all into the storage room, and
Hobble's being propositioned again.
I'm moving Hubble's token so Hubble can see what's happening, but Hubble's not actually there.
No, I meant on stream.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go.
I was about to say, I thought,
Oh,
but
I was
no,
like, what?
I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have controls here.
Bots are out in force tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, sorry, no has enough screens for look at stream, and
I mean,
friends and
Steak is in
game.
it. Steak, it's
Booty
fine.
spams.
That's why we have multiple ones. It's fine, Jules.
Anyway, yeah. So new bird Fran.
There is Bird Fran. Does anyone have questions about Bird Fran?
Bird Fran.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
My connection to the server has been interrupted. Oh, there we go.
Has the lizard brought us dinner?
That is a
No.
huge snack.
No, not food. Fran.
Bird is Fran, not Foo.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Don't you know, buddy? Shaggy is as far away from the bird as it can get.
That's fair. Random bird shows up in the middle of the night.
Would this be perception, nature, or arcana, or religion to figure out where the fuck this thing came from?
Let's go for Arcana.
Hey!
It's a bird.
Shaggy believes it's a demon.
Shaggy has bad luck with those.
Just look at it. It's a demon. It's obvious.
Blue and ethereal. It's like, you know.
Yeah, that's.
So a demon.
It has an axe for a beak.
Oh, it's empty
I'm-
calories.
It's empty
It's
calories.
ethereal, and Araj is hugging it.
Yeah.
It appears very friendly.
And
you can tell it's a summon of some kind.
Okay.
Araj thinks it's friendly. It's probably evil.
It also knows one language that I know, so
Which language does it know then?
I haven't decided yet, but probably.
Well, you're about to decide right now.
Yeah, I feel like Draconic would make the most sense, honestly.
Because I was going to kind of lean all the way down and go, oh, he's so cute.
I mean, you still can.
How'd you manage to summon this little
I
one?
have no idea. But they're friendly. And they're fluffy.
Also,
And they're fluffy.
And they're fluffy. Look at this. It's fluff. It's feather fluff.
also, Arash.
It's a baby?
And I gesture back to Warden.
Immediately, as soon as the eye contact is made, Bird swoops up under a Raj and puts them at eye level to Warden and hug.
Oh, Lord.
Because I'm going to make the most of this thing.
The bird is 5 feet. The kobold is about 3 feet. So yeah, you're from sitting on the back of the X-Beak, you are about even with Warden.
Nice.
Just kind
Hug him
of,
back, pat him on the head.
hey, next time someone says don't look at the basilisk, it'll turn you to stone. Don't. Okay?
Did you just try to discipline the ranger?
Do you want him ended up dead or stone again?
I'm more surprised because this is one of the first times you've seemed more. I don't know.
It was so pretty.
I'd point to the left and say, "Look, a basilisk."
Listen, if the
Ornery Grandpa does exactly the opposite.
Okay,
He's
here's
just
my,
like stone faced.
here is my only thought process here.
All right,
Oh God. All right. Here's my thought process though. If the 2-9 lizard that is attracted to shiny things like they're the plague can avoid looking at it, you can.
True.
Speaking of which, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fail this.
Who? What?
15.
You didn't steal anything from the storeroom. Good job.
Yay! Forgot about that entirely.
Can we just talk about the fact that you're a klepto paladin?
We've
A
established
klepto-
I'm.
Go on ahead.
We've established I'm bad at my job.
A
Very
klepto
bad.
paladin that actually tried to do a paladin thing here just a minute ago. That was more what I was celebrating. The fact that they reprimanded another party member.
That is a paladin thing. Okay, so
Shall we?
as you all
Dance 1, 2, 3.
enter the okay, hang on. You're as you enter the main area of the Fane, right? Sorry, Azimaz, you're not coming with.
I'm gonna get rid of the bird token, but I'm riding them for the foreseeable future.
Great, beautiful.
Like until I have to get off of them, I'm not.
Yeah. I'll move you out of the walls. It's fine.
It's fine. It's a nice wall.
So you all enter the main like religious area of the Fane, and see that there are a bunch of people in this room that I haven't moved the tokens in for. Use your imagination. Preparing this room. There are sacrifices. There is incense burning in the censer in the center. There are people moving some objects around the room. People there's some Yuan-Ti cleaning up here on this snake blood fountain thing, like cleaning off the stage and setting things out for something. They're all bustling about.
Small lizard just kind of comes in. I'm like,
What's up?
I'm sorry.
You
I
said
feel
there
like
are sacrifices?
yeah, I feel like I missed something. Did someone agree to something that I don't know about?
Everyone here mostly is ignoring people, ignoring you all, right? They're focused on their tasks, but yeah, they're someone is taking the blood from snakes, and you're not sure what else. There are carcasses, and they're taking the fresh blood and depositing it into the pool in the center of the room.
All right. Well, obviously they're getting rid of the blood out of the meat. You can't really cook it otherwise. This makes sense.
I do not think they are cooking.
Again, did someone agree to something I don't know about? What's happening here?
What now?
They said that they were going to have an
Party.
event. At some point, yes.
Okay.
So they have their event. Try best not
You-
to think about it.
You know, I feel like I should have seen this coming.
I
Feel like-
approve of the pun.
I didn't even intend that. That's amazing.
Shaggy, the same person who came to fetch you before,
Mhm.
comes down this this ramp, and says, "Shaggy, a word," and like beckons you away from the rest of the group.
I guess I'll catch up with you later.
I do not like this.
Fine. Be great. What's the worst that could happen?
Do you really want to ask that question right now? I mean,
Okay.
I mean, he did already. It's a little too late by now.
You forgot Yordle.
I'm not
Yep,
there. I'm
working on
just
it.
watching.
Wait,
stuff.
no, Yordle was guarding the.
Yeah, I'm just guarding
Yeah,
stuff.
Yordle's actually still in guarding the things, but I figured, Hobble
Let
being
Yordle
able
let
to
the team
see
Mm-hmm.
the situation
Makes sense.
is good. So
There we go. Stuff.
You're getting dragged northeast, Hobble. So you all enter the area where you have met with Rasnasi previously, except for Shaggy, and he's not sitting in his regular seat, but you see standing here in front of where you've seen that secret door, Sekalok, the guy with the extra shiny scaly armor skin, who looks all strong and buff and stuff. And Sekalok checks you for weapons, and then allows you to proceed into Rasnasi's quarters.
is there any objections over the sudden 5-foot bird?
He's giving you a very strange look, but he does not verbally object to the presence of your bird.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's like, you can see him want to know.
It's like, okay, you've been here 3 days. That hasn't been here 3 days.
If he asks, just give him the bird.
No, my bird.
Oh my god. The puns. the puns are thick.
They are. They're thick.
Yeah.
But
Cube, you're muted.
what's up?
Do kobolds have an odd amount of fingers?
I think they have 4, actually. Let me double check those. I know the Velociraptor model has 3.
It's not a big deal.
I'm
It's
curious
fine.
now, though.
If you only have 3 fingers, which one of these is the rude one?
The middle one.
The middle one, as Cube was saying while muted again.
They have 4.
Okay, Spock.
So 3 and a thumb.
Nano.
Isn't that the British version anyway?
No, you're thinking of this. That is a very different thing for a very different type of activity.
This one is too.
Uh-huh. And I had to teach my daughter that this is peace.
You muted Pims, but I saw
And this is
the
bad. Peace, bad. Peace, bad. Learn. Bush didn't learn and did this to people that it was actually important there.
Bad Bush.
It usually can be, yeah.
I'm surprised
Guys?
they've made as much progress as we have, actually.
Right?
People, please.
What? This is an
We're so
important.
close.
This is the teaching
let's
moment.
finish this out.
That was a teaching moment. I had to
Yeah.
follow through.
I prefer the Italian.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Where'd the hallway go?
So,
There it went.
the um the 5 of you plus Bird
Bird.
go past
Bird.
Sekalok into Russ Nasi's lair, and he is sitting in a chair, and he welcomes you as you you come in, and he says hello, and then he looks up toward Warden and says, ah, this must be the member of your group that was indisposed before. Hello. And you can see he's not wearing the bandages on his face because he's not outside of his room, so his like malformed flesh and like the way that Syndra looked, Borden, you can see that this man's skin is not fitting his form as well as it once did, but you can still tell from the portraits and things that you've seen, that this is that member of the Barre that you had seen in the ziggurat that landed in your home.
This man has a goop face. Got it.
This man has a goop face,
Yeah.
but he has a familiar goop face. That's the important part. He says, I'm glad to see that you're doing better than your friends said you were before.
Some of us are blessed with the grace of the gods.
Gotta puke.
So, you have returned. We said, young one. He looks at Araj.
Yep.
Ah, you found a steed, did you?
Yeah, just kind of showed up, and you just kind of see the Axby kind of curl its head around and just kind of like rest its head against Raj's side, just kind of like pressure, like a gentle pressure of just like relief, kind of. That makes sense.
Emotional support bird happened.
Yep. Yeah.
God
Yep.
damn it.
Isn't that support bird better
That's
than
literally been the plan for this thing since day one. So
Emotional support burb.
you just put burb head on top of yeet head and go brr.
yes. Well, being able to communicate telepathically helps.
So, you had more you wanted to speak with me about today. Now that your previous concern has been dealt with, I assume? He looks tired as you look at him sitting where he is, kind of slumped, and he says, how can I assist you in your quest?
Well, like we said the other day, the rest of those cubes would get us in. We already talked about that. Knowing where the actual temple is would also help.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I can say with almost a 100% confidence at this point, your blade is a key to this.
He sits up a little straighter and says, in my current condition, I don't know how I can offer my blade.
Gee, we found the loophole. Too bad half the party is gonna hate it.
So he says, in my current condition, I can't see how offering my blade to a place like the tomb of the 9 gods would really aid you in your quest. As I said before, your group is the most promising I have seen enter the city
AZ?
in some time.
I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? How's things on
Last
the
group
south,
that I
south,
saw
south,
that
south, south
had
side?
some promise was a group of red wizards, but they could not complete the test in the shrine. Hi, DM, can't remember which fucking shrine they died in.
It's fine. I think you
Just say your woman's
misunderstand. No, I think you misunderstand.
Hmm.
When I say your blade, I mean your physical blade. Like the sword itself is a key to this. It is the only connection that was in all of the visions I saw that have what would be considered a victory in them.
You want me to give you the blade. I see.
It would certainly help.
Good. Hopefully, everyone you know is in good
All of a sudden,
condition and
Paladin grows his spine.
No, they're terrified.
healthy.
It's just like, I mean, it would help. Emotional support, Burb, do your job.
He says he slithers off of his pillows and toward the vanity at the side here, right? And he's like looks in the mirror and he's opening a little box that's on the table, and he pulls out stone cubes that look like those that you have been collecting, right?
Guess who
all-
has the cubes?
Oh no!
No, you don't have the cubes. The one with the bag of holding has the cubes.
Oh boy.
And he's about to become a snake person.
Yeah,
So you
I'm
all
doing
have
all right.
possession of 5
A bit
cubes, if I
irritated
remember
with
correctly.
how the Americas is
4 or
handling.
5.
Correction. How
6
North America is handling this.
You don't count.
USA.
We have 4.
Aww.
And
Yeah.
just a bit tired trying to keep up with everything. And yeah.
So,
But overall,
Ross
doing pretty good.
Nasi,
Keeping healthy.
from his little box, right? He plonks 1, 2, 3, 4, and then reaches into a bag and pulls out a 5th grimy, blood-covered cube and sets it next to the others, and he says, "You were looking for the cubes to enter the tomb. These are the ones that are in my possession.
I appreciate that very much. I'm also glad to hear that you are doing pretty healthy and your inner circle is keeping on the healthy and smart side.
A group from a group of wizards, but they could
That
not
quote
make
from
it
Men in
back
Black
out
1
of the
about
tomb
how
in one piece. You see,
a human is smart, but people are dumb.
My servants found them
Is very
trapped inside the entrance.
Is aged like a fine wine right now.
What I know of the creator of this tomb, it would behoove you to be very careful in your entrance, in all you do inside. But you must know that already, or you would not have made it this far. I think there is no other group in this city that has as much hope of completing this task as you do.
Creator, huh? You know of the creator of this temple? Is the first you've mentioned him.
I may have been aware of his presence at one time or another. Yes.
Right.
What is his name?
Sarah.
Ow! Ooh.
I'm sorry. That's why I was.
Was that in character?
Yeah, it was. The guy I've been having dreams of since I got here. I bet it's him. Sarak?
So Ross Nasi looks from side to side when you say that and says, "Shh."
Oh, is this a Voldemort situation?
Well, who?
Exactly.
Beetlejuice. Candyman.
Bad cue.
I just
bad.
told all the
Don't do
moment,
that.
I'm sorry.
You do understand that it is not always
There we go.
wise
A person
to
is
draw
smart.
the
People are
attention
dumb,
of
panicky, dangerous
those
animals, and you
who
know
are
it.
powerful in a
Yep.
negative
Should definitely tell
way,
that to all
correct?
toilet paper.
Calling on his name may not be a good idea.
So it is a Voldemort situation.
That's fair.
I think. I've never actually read Harry Potter.
Who? Do you have more friends here that I don't know of?
No, it's a long story. It's it's long story. Like 8 books. It's not very entertaining. I didn't care for him.
7 books, 8 movies.
Whatever. I didn't watch the movies either.
So, while this conversation is going on, let's see if we can have some fun with snacks.
Hello.
So,
Kevin.
the man who took you to Fenthaza's quarters before pulls you aside and says, "Have you decided to join in the ritual?"
Sure. I love a party.
Excellent, he says. And he provides you with a white robe and a place to bathe and change, and then he brings you into a room with 6 or 7 other humans that are dressed similarly to you, right?
Shaggy begins to worry that this is going to be a key party.
What?
Nothing stinks.
Don't worry about it.
I feel like
We'll
that's something
tell
I
you
should...
when you're older.
Yeah, part of me says Google it. The other part of me says don't.
Don't Google it.
Don't
Okay.
Google it.
It's not that bad.
You already Googled Donkey Punch.
We've
Why
made you
not?
Google worse.
Don't think you have, actually. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
It's fine.
Blue waffles.
So in the in the room, right? The man who took you to this room gives you food and wine and gives you the advice to drink and relax, and tells you that the priestesses will come to collect you later.
I mean, food, drink, it's a good start. It's early for the alcohol, though, isn't it?
It is early for the alcohol, and in the outside in the like the main temple area, you can hear music being struck up, and like kind of quietly, to start with, and as time passes, the music gets louder, and there are you can hear people milling about. Actually, when you look through the the crack in like there's a door between there and the next room. There's like a crack that you can see through, and you can see that there are people dancing and more sacrifices and blood being poured into the receptacle that you saw here with the snakes and the there's a whole party happening here. After a couple of hours, one of the priestesses that was talked about before, apparently, a Yuan-Ti woman wearing a headdress and robes that are mostly white, similar to yours, but have like suspicious brown and like wine-colored stains on them.
You would think that they would get those washed after spilling on themselves.
Well, they look recent.
See, that's even worse. Like, they can't even handle their alcohol.
The priestess beckons to the others that you've been in this room with, right? Most of them look like kind of proud of themselves for being there. There are a couple who are sort of trembling, right? Who look terrified. I'm not reading what's happening over here.
Mostly memes. Just ignore us.
It's fine. Okay. So, they bring you back out in with the others into this main area. Now in this center pool of blood, there are Yuan-Ti, like 6 of them, bathing and dancing in the blood pool.
Well, that looks very entertaining.
Yeah, and these are the least drunk
That can't be
captions. The
sanitary.
ones before these, the Twitch ones, are actually rather drunk.
Be sanitary. Like, do they test before they put it in? Like, what is, oh god.
The incense is now burning very thickly in this room. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Make a Constitution saving.
What the hell? I don't know.
Because drugs.
You are high as a fucking kite now.
Sounds great to me. Shaggy is loving that moment. You
Yeah,
can tell that
so
by his normal existence.
The same stoned that Keeper was before.
So things look a little odd and a little buggy
Yes.
and a little. Ooh.
So everything is a kaleidoscope, and just like knowing which way you're going, the thrum of the music has kicked up to like a feverish note. There's Fenthaza on this stage up here is like singing and dancing and like preaching to the people. There's more food being offered, right? And like meat and drinks and drugs, and it's getting crazy up in here.
Oh, food's great. I like food and drink. At this point, it seems like a really good idea.
The rest of you, as you're having this conversation with Ross Nissi as this is happening, right? You can also hear the crazy music beginning to like get louder, and there is a wild party happening a couple of rooms away.
The pipes are calling from glen to glen.
I feel
through the countryside.
I feel like the equivalent of, you know, the staff doing the dunk dunk dunk. Keep it down.
Don't you mean keep her down?
That is something. You are holding a festivity of some kind. Shouldn't you be there?
He says, as much as I might wish to be involved in the celebrations, I am in no condition to withstand the rituals at this time. I'm too ill.
See, that's unfair.
Anyway, so Shaggy's having a wild party. There's dancing in the blood, which shortly you are going to be encouraged to join, with your drugged ass. That'll be fun. But before that,
Yeah, he's coming back dead.
Lord.
He's coming back dead. I see.
Maybe you'll have a
Well-
nice snake head.
Now taking in applications for a new warlock.
Maybe we could convince Artemis to come back.
So your Russ says, I need to think carefully about whether I am willing to relinquish the flame tongue. You say that you have visions from your god in regards to this, but I have never seen them. I am not eager to give up a blade that I have wielded for hundreds of years. And he's like,
Perhaps
sitting
not.
there thinking,
Perhaps
Wasn't-
give up is not the term. Perhaps if you decide to let us take it, we'll bring it back.
Perhaps we'll bring it back.
You're not here. Shush. You're in a blood coma, drug state.
Drugs. Been so long.
blood coma drugged state. Love it.
Words are hard, okay?
Yep.
But yeah, like we can bring it back.
He looks to the blade that's at the side of his seat, and you can see him thinking, and he says, any promises that you make about returning the blade, assume that you will be in a situation to do so. As hopeful as I am about that, I'm not so sure you understand.
The blade was a gift, was it not?
He turns his face up to Warden and says, what gives you that impression? Not that it's incorrect, mind.
It bears a resemblance to one carved in a ziggurat that made its way into my domain.
He narrows
Perhaps
his
it
eyes
is
at
a
you.
sign of faith, a reminder of duty.
Yeah.
Duty.
Duty.
Cigarette.
He says,
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
That was
You're
amazingly
fine.
well timed.
you are
Yeah.
very insightful.
I think you
I-
know what kind of wisdom comes with age.
He looks down at his own flesh and says, as long as I have been around, I have never felt so old as I do right now.
Have you ever been turned to stone? It's not fun either.
I'll offer him a poultice.
he says, he looks at your poultice and kind of sniffs, right, with what's left of his nose and says, very, very kind of you, but if the priestesses and apothecaries and my own wisdom collected over years have not been able to create a poultice or a potion or a salve or any ointment that will do anything about this horrific malady, I'm not certain that yours will help. I wouldn't want to waste it.
Oh no, this just helps with aching joints. You said you were feeling old.
He says, thank you, but no thank you. You are right. This is, or at least once was, a reminder of my duty to my people. Which is all the more reason I am not inclined to give it up.
I need a book. Hold on.
Were you to pass it on, would it not be a similar gift of faith?
Your paladin friend serves a different god than I do. He is a servant of Savris, and I am now a leader of the people of Dendar, and I was once a servant of Ubtao. We are different.
Different gods, but similar goals, I believe. I came into this jungle initially to try and bring a little bit of a beacon of hope to anyone I came across. I came here to be that light at the end of the tunnel. And, well, I feel like I've done an alright job of it, with some minor exceptions in hindsight, but that was more me being overly ambitious to help.
He thinks and hems and haws. Make a persuasion check +2.
Okay.
Can I give him my inspiration?
I have luck. Save it.
Oh, okay. If you still have luck, I'll save it.
Yeah. Persuasion +2. 14. So not great. But, yeah.
He says, well, I'll make you a deal. I will allow you to borrow my sword. But in exchange, you must accept. I will, whichever of you decides to bear this blade, must agree to be magically compelled to return it to me within the month.
Well, who can wield the longsword?
I can.
This isn't gonna end well.
You have a bunch of magical crap, though. I got nothing.
You're willingly wanting to be cursed. Okay, man.
Gayest.
I have resistances.
I have centuries of wisdom.
I have no idea.
Wisdom.
We have no idea how big this temple is or anything. Do
Still
we?
got some stone around the jaw. Fine.
Like, we have no idea how big the tomb with the 9 gods is or anything, do we?
No. He says 30 days. You can have the loan of it for 30 days.
Bargain. Ask for 45.
You're not there.
You're not here.
You're being a snake.
Cut away to I'm a snake. So as the zealous fever pitch of the strange dancing and like people with whose spines just move way more than it seems like they should, but everything is moving more than it seems like it should because you're high as a fecking kite, right? They're inviting you to join them in their blood dance.
I'm not sure why it is that they're dancing in the Italian water, but yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so you you join the crazy fever pitch activities, right? And eventually a couple of the people that you came in here with, you notice that there's they're withdrawn from the room, like they were sort of trying to stay away from everyone in a corner, and like somewhere in the weird pictures in your brain that don't make total sense to you, they get dragged away, and there's
Yes.
like huh?
It's obvious. They had too much to drink. Their friends are taking them back to the room to sleep it off. It's fine.
Yeah, totally. And new yuan tea come back with new wine for everyone, and a cup of wine is passed to you in the in your blood pool dance, as
what if
you
I
as
spill it
you
into the Italian water?
yeah, as you wriggle in the Italian water. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception check with disadvantage. Let me click on the disadvantage button, then click on perception. It's not a good time.
Yeah. So they're chanting drink, 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 and
Chug,
everyone's
chug,
like in
everyone's
college.
drinking,
Chug,
right? Yeah,
chug,
just like
chug.
in college. Everyone's drinking. You take a drink of your wine, and it's salty. It doesn't taste right.
That tastes funny. I think it might have gone bad.
It's semen.
Oh no.
And you kind of black out a little bit. You're like when you come to a little more, there's still crazy music happening, but you're like outside the pool, like curled up on the floor, kind of like you
I
know
knew there
you
was
had
something
too
wrong
much
with
to
that wine.
drink.
That last bit of wine was just bad.
Yep.
No. God, why?
If eventually time passes and you're not 100% sure what's going on, but you get taken to a different room, the party winds down. Roll a d6 minus 1.
A d6 minus 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting die and modifier.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Just how many limbs are going to be snake limbs?
I don't think it has a
4.
There we
Minus
go.
1, so 3, and a con save.
Oh, it did do the 6. Oh, never mind. And you want me to do a con save, you said?
Yes, please.
Drugs.
Con save. Okay, so you are very, very tired. And you have 3 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, that's rough.
It was a hell of a party.
We'll
Yeah,
get you
it was
into
a
a heated
little
rock, you'll be fine.
No, as someone that's had 3 levels of exhaustion in this particular game, that is like bad. Or did I only ever get the 2? I think I got the 3.
I don't remember. I know you've been at 2.
Yeah, I think I was like 2 and like just barely like would have like got 3, but had it taken down to 2 in the same day. So
Okay.
Was the D6 for how much exhaustion?
yes,
The d6 was for how much exhaustion? Yes.
Oh boy.
I subtracted 1 because I wasn't letting
Disadvantage on
you pass
attack rolls and saving throws,
Uh-huh.
and half speed, and disadvantage on ability checks. Like, is it all 3?
Yes.
it
Okay.
It's
So, yeah.
Dex.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Speed is halved, so now I only move 20, so I move the same as an armored warrior. And I have disadvantage on every ability check.
So you have disadvantage on everything.
Yes. But I don't have my maximum hit points reduced. My speed isn't 0, and I'm not dead.
Yep.
So
Level 3 of exhaustion is called the death spiral because then your saving throws to save against exhaustion are a disadvantage, and then you die.
So you're in an unfamiliar room, and there are like people all over, but like their bodies are warm, and you have a hell of a headache, and so it's just like it's a puppy pile of snack people right now, and you're not inclined to move because you're very tired.
It's nice of them to help me like this because I'm not feeling so good. That wine was real bad.
Okay.
Like, there was something wrong with it.
So back to the offer of Flame Tongue Longsword, but also Geas. Yes or no, friends? And on whom? If yes.
Okay.
I have to duck out here because I have to be up in less than 5 hours. So,
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
peace and biscuits,
we'll try to
guys.
wrap up quickly for you, Hobble.
I have
Sorry,
to go. Whatever y'all are wrapping up, have fun.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Alright, sorry guys, I just realized what time it is. So I have to run and go to bed because I have a long, like, 8-hour day tomorrow. And less than 5 hours of sleep on an 8-hour day is not exactly the best thing to do. So you guys have a great night. Peace and biscuits. I'm sorry I cut this short for you. I'm real sorry about that, guys. Bye.